even in any field right now, you probably see their tabs, their computer tabs having ChatGPT.
Computer what?
That there's probably a tab on their computer having
Oh,
ChatGPT.
the safe tab.
Yes, definitely. So be it being a lawyer, being a being someone who's on the science field, or someone who's like working in arts, like even content creators themselves, many of the times, not like okay, not me, but like, many of the times, a lot of people are like ChatGPTing their their whole script, their everything right now.
Their hook, their
Yes,
lines
correct.
and shit.
And as someone who's in the creative industry, like sometimes I do see scripts like that when when I ask for drafts and stuff.
Would be would those scripts be very obvious that they use AI?
Yes, it is. That's what I'm trying to say.
So what's your take?
I feel like being an influencer or content creator, just or being famous is not enough. Like, if that's just a full-time job, it's not enough. Yeah.
I see a lot of famous internet celebrities, I shall say, that does it full time.
Okay, let me put it in more perspective. With more creators and more as an audience, there's more people to watch online. I feel like why I'm saying it's not enough is because as much as yes, this job pays, but how long and how far are you going to be doing this for the rest of your life to make sure you earn enough, for to say retire from this or stop doing this, and as much as yes, it's slightly easier conversion rate while being a content creator or being online or being a whatever influencer you call it, but it's not enough. Let's say what because it's not sustainable and it's not a long run thing. Like if you look far enough, being this itself is not enough.
Well, I would say very much disagree. I see so many content creators online. They can survive with the money that they get. They get brand deals. They get whatever company comes for them, and they also get the platform. The social media platform money. And a lot of them, I do see people, internet celebrities that sell products or make their own brands. But a lot that I saw as well do not do that.
And okay, that's where I disagree. I believe, as much as yes, we could see a lot of people on social media they be doing well, but I believe the ones that are doing well and will do well in the long run are the ones that are able to convert what social media have for them, or like with the money they have or with the influence they have. They are definitely doing something else, like not just their own brand or whatsoever. They probably have something as a basis for them to have another form of income or have another form of conversion apart from just being social media, like being a so-called quote unquote influencer, earning this earning this money from these brands and stuff. Because to be honest, as someone who's in the content creation circle right now, I feel like it's getting tougher and tougher for especially new people who always wants to to be famous or like to be on social media to be seen. With like for example, more and more platforms like Xiaohongshu coming out and stuff like that, you barely can make it out there to make a sustainable living in the long run because everyone is doing the same thing nowadays. As much as it's been established that this is a so-called a job that can earn you easier easier income, but because more and more people are doing so, in the next
We just say like with people that with a niche,
Mhm.
they can do longer, they can go further, they can.
further is one thing, but being able to survive enough on let's say month to month income in 2 3 years time, I don't think so. You still need something going on for you or something you want to start up or something that can earn you a different sort of income to sustain.
I changed my mind. I think I agree. I very much agree right now.
Because for example, like I said, using the TikTok, okay, TikTok with new TikTok creators, everything it's not really a lot of new TikTok creators nowadays, but Xiaohongshu platform will say everyone wants to be on Xiaohongshu, everyone wants to be on famous, being famous, being a so-called quote unquote content creator where people gives you these products, give you a few hundred, few thousand bucks for this one job. That does not mean you are famous, you have made it, you are a content creator, you're so-called an influencer, and you can just forget about everything and grow on this per se alone. As much as yes, you can have hopes that you will be, like famous or
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You don't want to throw
celebrities or throw everything into one thing to bang on it. Okay, you'll be like for example, okay, I would like to say I would like to put certain like Malaysian creators for example per se, like Jane Shark. The only reason why she can be doing this for so long and like so many years and still have relevancy and still make big bucks from it is because she has used her platform or her personality or her this media person character of it to expand to more and more different things that can continue sustaining without her being relevant. Not saying she's not relevant now, but you get what I mean. Like
So you venture into business side of things,
It could
basically,
be
like
venturing into business side of things, or it could be using that foundation you have
yeah.
to build something that does not need to be so solely on being popular or being famous or being a content creator.
I very much agree right now.
Because like how many Jane Chats are there going to be in the future? With everyone doing social media right now, it's getting even tougher and tougher to stand out and be remembered for a long term through different generations.
Yeah.
So as much as it's all the glitz and glam, everyone wants to be famous, everyone wants to be a content creator. Oh, you're an influencer because you start posting videos for this brand, or or people watch your content, or a lot of brands are working with you. That does not mean you're able to just bang that. Oh, influencer is my full time job now. Even as someone, as people who has been like in the industry for a long time, they know that the relevancy does not stay for a long time.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of other creators now that I'm not going to name that used to be the creators that I used to watch, but they're no longer a creator, and they're probably God knows what they're doing now. As much as they are like followed by 100,000 of people, like by 100,000 of people, like 2-3 years ago. Where are they now?
I see.
Okay, let's use the internet example. Charli D'Amelio. I don't know if the TikTok people who watch, people who watch TikTok still remember her. She could have earned big bucks then.
Where is she right now?
Where is she right now? As much as yes, she's no longer even doing TikTok or just being a content creator. She had to branch out to being a Broadway dancer to continue being relevant, continue sustaining.
But we wouldn't know what goes on the background. Maybe she earned enough, something like that. Maybe we give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she earned enough to sustain for the next 10 years. Then she's doing the Broadway thing just for her interest. We wouldn't know that though.
Okay, correct. So let's talk about the 10 years after. What is she going to be doing?
The money she had that can sustain 10 years, she can use the 5 years to invest.
And this is where I don't think a lot of people have that mindset too. I feel like a lot of the people who are in the industry will agree with me that being just a social media content creator or an influencer is not all of it. Like,
I fully
yeah.
agree right now.
No,
I changed my mind.
Because even like relevancy, I love you, Genie Boy, but why is Genie Boy still making it out there right now? It's because he has changed him being the personality to him building personalities. And that is
He did build a lot of
correct. And that is, you see, like
His team is a lot
brings
of
back to
people.
my point. Being famous and being, all that is not it. There's a lot of things that comes together with it, and there's a lot of ways that people should be open to see that, I can't just be famous to make money. As much as, yes, you can make money, but I can't just be famous to be sustainable. I can't just be famous to live a good life in the long run. Yeah.
Agree.
So I think that's one of my hot takes, because with kids nowadays, or like teenagers nowadays seeing social media, people doing social media, everyone wants to be one. So this is a hot take there. Last time I want to be like just doing social media for the rest of my life. I don't think I agree with what I used to believe as well. Yeah.
Wait, if you go back in time, would you still do it?
I'll still do it, but I know that I need something as a backup.
What would you change? But you because you are doing the same thing, like you go into content creation, but you also study your degree. You still do that. You did that now.
Correct, yeah.
But
So
what would you change if you can go back?
What would I change?
Yes.
I think what would I change is, for example, not study the same thing I'm doing, but study things that are complementary to what I want to explore in the future. For example, if now I want to explore like social media, I think things like cinematography or production stuff, or things that I could use my name or whatever, or things the same line of work to explain into something that is more remarkable or more memorable or sustainable in the long run, that it's not just built on fame.
I see.
For example, let's say if I'm doing studying entertainment, then as much as I don't want to be studying like mass comm or entertainment thing that is what I'm already doing, I would definitely explore things that is within the same art scene, but probably something that is buildable.
Hard skills, basically, like
Yeah.
what you said, like production, cinematography,
Learning how to,
videography,
these things,
editing.
correct. These things I
Yeah.
can be famous for it. I can be known to be famous for doing videos, but if I do not know how to make videos or like in a quality way that people can eventually still watch, that does not need to remember who Jonathan is, then I feel like that's also very important. So that's something I could have done, or probably maybe explore this. As much as yes, we could hire people nowadays. These people are probably going to earn more in the future. The people you hire now as a creator, as a creator, the people you hire, like the people who do that videos, or people who has run a marketing agency that does not or have not been on the whole fame side of it, but they are building something in the long run. That is very important as well.
Okay.
So there's a balance of it, because definitely popularity and fame does bring good traffic, good engagement, good exposure to what you're doing in general. But that's why I say to what you're doing, you need to have a basis of like more than just social media or like more than just want to be famous. You need to have something that people can see and support you in the long run, and that money can continue running in still. Yeah.
Yep. So what's your take?
I feel like you do not need to be scoring full A's in school to do well in life.
Very much agree. I mean, yes, maybe go a grade is a grain, but I feel yeah, I agree.
Or to put it in a better way of it is, I feel like as much as school is important, life skill outweighs a lot of things you learn in school.
And network is the top. That's an ace card on your sleeve basically.
Yeah. So to put it in for example, let's say I would like to use this as an example. Let's say if you were to study business, it does not mean you'll do well starting a business.
Yeah, fair.
Correct? Because
Yeah,
sometimes, a lot of times, like you mentioned, it's about network connection, and you're studying A to Z in a book.
Yeah.
As much as it's important to know the theory stuff of it,
Yep.
but I feel like connection. I feel like
soft skills.
yeah, soft skills are so important. Besides just knowing what the facts are, because executing part of it in this day and age, I feel is like way more important and way more crucial when wanting to see results.
Yeah.
And that does not only just apply to business or whatsoever. Like example, someone can be going to study broadcasts on broadcast or something creative or arts, okay, but if they do not have the skills and talent, or someone else has talent better than this, someone who produces the results that's full A's, the person probably gets the job faster and closer to reaching their goals compared to someone who studies in school for a long time, get full A's, but does not deliver or execute it as good as someone who has been doing it or experiencing it more than just studying.
Yeah, I can say what your point is that very much we concentrate in the part where a lot of people goes and take their degrees, take a piece of paper, and maybe it looks good on paper, it looks good for a future employer, but what they can see is that you go through 4 years of degree, then you know how to push papers, you know how to read some textbooks, but in terms of real life experience, you have zero, basically zero. But if you compare to person, let's say if you want to make it big, you want to start your own business, definitely the ones that have the life experience, the ones that have exposure to people around the field and network already. If the person used that 4 years instead of studying, but if he knows what to do, if he knows what he wants in life and start business, that 4 years is very precious to build network, build a foundation for the business. I 100% agree with what you
But
say.
again, that brings me back to my points. I'm not saying going to school is not important or education is not important. It's 100% very important and it should be done. In fact, so something to have basis on. But like for example, I will just use things in the art line are definitely probably different in, like, for example, the art stream stuff as well, like being a doctor or being someone in like
Stanfield that requires the paper because it shows your customer or even your patient that the basis of, if they don't want some random people on the street to cut them open in it.
That's what
the paper is important in Stanfield.
Correct. Even though points is important, but you do not need to be scoring the full marks or get CGPA 4 to be out there to prove yourself, right? That's why when I first started saying it, I was like, you do not need to score full A's or be a straight A student to be executing it. Yes, you need the cert, and in fact, everyone, for example, they were to study anything in the science field, the bio field, yes, you need the cert, and I feel like it's very important that while having that cert, to also experience different life skills, and that's why when doing so, when you're being occupied with so many things, you not necessarily will score a full A or a full CGPA. But that's my point, where I think when you're even in uni, for example, you do not need to be focusing 100%
on
academics.
Go out and
meet people, experience new things, experience different new experiences, put yourself out there. Even though you're studying something that's really tough, that's why I'm saying, like, if you're just aiming to have CGPA 4, you'll be the top student in class. Truth to be told is when you come out in real life, you're the same as everyone in your batch that comes out with lower grades.
Yep.
As much as you want it to be like the top student and stuff, where these students that who are having lower grades or not the full full CGPA, they're probably experiencing something else in life, networking, meeting people from probably different industries, people they could, push them further in terms of, comparing to someone who scores full.
Then pause you here. You still continue, but we just talk. Then we go to that platform. This one is quite academic based, right?
Yeah.
Because it's relevant to all the people, all the students that were thinking about, or what if they don't get 4.0.
Yeah, definitely. Because as I were to build on what I have just said. Okay, maybe a few years ago, like talking about our parents' age, and a while back, then yes, probably grades do play a very important part, But there now there's so many things that's technology involved as well, not just science based or art based, but there are so many things that could be replaceable. So I feel like having soft skills and having things having something you have that is irreplaceable is so important.
Especially with the advent of AI.
Yeah,
Soft skill much more important right now. Because
definitely.
AI, with a literal click of a button, you can get all the knowledge you need.
Yeah, in fact, no, that's why I say. That's why I even say like it's gonna be
It's calm.
controversial,
Yeah, yeah.
but even in any field right now, you probably see their computer tabs having ChatGPT.
Computer what?
There's probably a tab on their computer having
Oh,
ChatGPT.
the safe tab.
Yes, definitely. So, be it being a lawyer, being someone who's on the science field, or someone who's like working in arts, like even content creators themselves, many of the times, not like okay, not me, but like many of the times, a lot of people are like ChatGPTing their whole script, their everything right now.
Their hook, their
Yes,
lines
correct.
and shit.
And as someone who's in the creative industry, like sometimes I do see scripts like that when I ask for drafts and stuff.
Would those scripts be very obvious that they use AI?
Yes, it is. That's what I'm trying to say. With AI taking place nowadays, every job is replaceable to an extent. Um, that's why building like things outside just work itself or the job itself, which can be carried out using AI, like I said, like soft skills and having things to be based off like your experiences instead of just going in a fresh grad compared to someone who has like a lot of experiences. Then yeah, it wouldn't be so replaceable compared like replaceable by people or replaceable by AI, whatever it is. Being being as cliche as it sounds, being different and being authentic, that's play a part compared to like just A to Z books and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that happens in every field like nowadays, which is yeah. So back to rolling on to what you say, it's not about all needing to score CGPA 4,
Yeah.
like having the pressure to study well in school. Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Well, it's all right, but perfection.
Perfect, perfect, yeah.
Perfection is another level
Correct, yeah.
of dedication, and a lot of people maybe not here, but a lot of East Asian countries like Korea or whatever, China even, they are going through the life of 6 a.m. wake up, brush teeth, fold the bed sheets, fold the whatever their laundries, then they go out and go study all the way until maybe like 9, and just 2 hours or 1 hour break even. A lot of I don't think that's what human needs to go through.
That's true. And I think adding on to what you have said, and like speaking from my previous experiences, where like last time in high school I used to want to score A, full A and everything, and like be the top student. But as life progresses and how you experience things more in life, you realize really life is not just all about grades.
Definitely.
And if I were to go back in time, I would definitely tell myself this. As long as yes, I don't want to be failing in school definitely, but picking up skills like doing sports or like engaging in clubs and societies, like putting yourself in positions where what classes wouldn't teach you, or like
Yep.
like
Outside of academics.
yeah, outside of academics, getting a A minus, or like a B plus in like certain subjects to because I'm using time to do other things. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's worth it. Because to be very honest, like if let's say for example, I would like put my time into maybe learning more about dance, for example, and like putting time into dance or putting time into singing or like putting time into learning more about like starting my own business on the side, compared to just studying in school biology, or like chemistry or whatever it is, and not scoring full A's, but I'm doing something else on the side. I think that's perfectly fine, and it's worth it in the long run. Because in the future, when you look back, okay, I may not score A's, but when you're in the real working world, you're like, yeah, at least I experienced this and I did this, and you know what? It taught me certain things that books can't teach you.
Very much agree.
The best way to navigate yourself in KL or like in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor is taking public transport.
Someone said something last time that I asked them. Then I say very much agree. Very much because although as I said last time, I'm a car guy, but the jam. I don't want to go like 5 km. Then I need to wait like 40 minutes just to get through the 5 km. Yeah, I agree. Going about metropolitan cities should be done on public transport. Very much agree. It's not that controversial, but
Yes, I'm thinking about something more controversial.
to be fair, maybe you should say like if you're on the fringes of Klang Valley, like you,
definitely.
then maybe that one controversial because I would say drive.
Really?
Because Putra Heights, bro.
But there is a Putra station, you see?
That's the thing. Okay, you see what time you reach? What time you reach?
That's different. That's because I left late. But no, to be honest, like I agree. Yeah, sometimes I love Grab, but taking the car,
You're a
Grab,
platinum
you know,
user.
yeah, I'm a platinum user that like
So early, bro. I think
What?
you're maybe one of the
almost
adopters.
100,000 points at this point. But bringing back to, for example, needing to be a place at a certain time with this KL traffic nowadays, and I don't know personally, since this is by the way, this is being recorded in January right now. No, January, but February right now. We could definitely see the jam getting worse every day. And opening threads, opening Twitter, everything is like, oh, KL jam is so bad. So in the next 5 years, there's definitely going to be more people driving. That's for sure. You know, so no matter how far you are from KL or how far you are from your destination, taking the train, as much as yes, time to time, there could be incidents where the train does not function perfectly, but that is like 1% out of like 100% of the time. Taking the train gives you a fixed time that you're going to be at the destination at what
In
time.
KL, I mean, maybe MRT is better.
As compared to the traffic.
But to be fair, there's 4 breakdowns of the Kelantan Jaya line
Okay.
for the past 6 days. So how do you say that? How do you say that?
Correct. See, why does that happen?
Shouting.
That is the past four. That is one time incident in a very long time. But let's use that situation comparing to the car in the morning early traffic during the same time. Let's use the same time frame now after Chinese New Year. Would it be equivalent? I think so. But what is more promising and what is more definitive and least risk of something like a longer distance, longer time needed is the train. The train is unpredictable, correct? That okay, we suddenly go on a train today, you may not know, okay, there's going to be a delay or there's going to be a breakdown. Whereas a car, you're putting yourself out there for what's going to happen, you being stuck in traffic for a long time. And
okay, so you say if you're from Puchar Heights, you take the train, or let's say you work in KL City Center, you would take all the way.
I'll take
in the morning. In the morning, you take all the way to KL City Center. Then after you're done with work, you come back all the way.
That's different. That's different.
That's the millionth time, bro.
By that time, I will be getting a place to stay in KL. That is nothing to do with transport anymore.
This guy went back on his trip. This guy went back on his trip.
No. Like, if we were to put it in like perspective, where let's say if I were to move to PJ, I would still take train, But if it's like that has a lot of different factors. But let's say, okay, let's not put like the last station, but let's put PJ or PJ to KL using the federal highway every day with the crazy jam, crazy city center jam, and the expensive car parking. I would still take the train, even though it's just like in terms of car distance.
That one yes, because it's nearer to the center. But on the fringes, you're at Puchar Heights, bro. Puchar Heights is like even with car from city center, if you take without jam, it's around like half an hour,
that's
40 minutes. With jam, it's like almost double of that time.
Exactly.
Maybe 2 hours even.
Exactly. So taking the train is exactly 50 minutes only. From the last station to KLCC.
But you say you wouldn't do it if you every day also.
Every day is a different thing. That's like I said. By that time, I'll be shifted to somewhere not in KL but nearer that would save me time and save me costs. Overall, as someone who does not like being stuck in a jam, no matter which part of the city it is, no matter which part of the city it is, I will still lean towards that something. Okay, my point is, I'll still lean towards something that's fixed time instead of putting myself somewhere that I may not know how long it will take. Jam per se, it gets longer and longer, correct?
Yeah, repeat your take.
My take is, what was my take? Taking the public transport, correct? Yeah, my take is, in KL or Selangor, taking the public transport to your destination, doesn't have to be, like, my destination doesn't have to be from Subang to KL, you know what I mean? Like, it can be Subang to Subang and it can still be jam. Or Subang to PJ, it can still be jam, Or like, now with the Shah Alam line opening up, I'm very sure everyone will still be taking the Shah Alam line.
Wait, you haven't seen your
Okay, yeah. So, let me give you your perspective. But my take is, taking the public transport, like the train, in KL or Selangor area to your destination is still faster and more efficient than taking the car.
So what's your take?
Yeah. My pants got hold, cannot see, right? Dates in a relationship should be split by both parties.
Are you talking about first date or subsequent dates?
Okay, first date, obviously, first 2-3 dates. As a guy, when I want to win someone, of course I would,
First 2-3 dates. So
2-3 dates.
3
dates.
dates.
I feel like when it gets into serious boyfriend girlfriend, that's when.
But 3 dates, first 3 dates,
Okay
paid by guy. Are you saying that first?
Yes. No.
Very much disagree. That's crazy.
Why?
That's crazy.
then the hot thing is from you now.
Yeah, I'm going to elaborate. Because look, first dates, okay, maybe pushing it. Second date, maybe. But third date, dude. Say for example, first one you go to.
No, after the
you need to spend, let's say 200 ringgit to people. Then second date you maybe spend 150. Then third date you spend, maybe you guys go fancier places, 400. All from the guy, but the guy doesn't know whether are they both of them going to be partners or dating. No, there's no basis. It's just in the air.
No,
if the girl don't want, then
correct.
how much to spend?
That's why the third date is the red flag, like cut off time. After the third date, it's either the subsequent dates with your relationship that is
spend 800. Are
No,
you
but if-
down for that though? Are you down for that?
Oh, it's different.
Disagree. Can you say?
No, okay. My take is basically if I want to be chasing someone, I'll be spending on them first. You know? That's okay. 3 is the maximum number for me. 3 is the maximum number for me. But let's say if it's like after the first date, my take is simple. If while I'm chasing them, I don't mind spending. But if we're gonna be talking about serious relationship or like okay, like we're talking phase, we come out and eat every day at times. Like there's more and more frequency to it. Then
Dating.
yeah, dating. Not even like it doesn't have to
Talking
get
stage?
talking stage. Yeah. At that point in time, I feel like you, as my partner, you should also know.
Hey,
Like,
we're talking shit not yet partner though.
okay,
Not yet partner.
you as someone who is like 你要会做人, you need to know how to be. This is controversial as fuck. But you need to be like it's from a different perspective. You need to be like, you know what, this person has been paying for me a lot of times, or like the first few times. Let me chip in. I'm not asking you to pay for the whole bill, but like let me chip in for what I ate.
That works. That works.
Yeah, but it's
But I only disagree with your all the dates that you're chasing her. You paid. That's crazy. Like
maybe
your
I just need
wallet
2
will
days
kick
to.
in.
Just need 2 days to chase her. Then I'm good, right? 2 dates is fine. But like I said, a lot of people in a relationship, let's not do the chasing part only, okay? A lot of the people in a relationship, you know, they be probably expecting their partners to pay for all because their partner is like earning more or doing this or whatever. Whatever
That
it
one
is.
is a whole
Correct.
can of worms though.
No, correct. Even though your partner is earning more, that does not mean you should be
Yeah.
expecting them to be paying for you all your
True.
meals.
Yes.
So that's why my perspective and my take of it is in a relationship, there can be, yeah, okay, different special occasions whatsoever, but I feel like every meal or every trip or whatever, it should still be split half.
Default lah.
Default,
We say like already dating or see more. Maybe you can say see each other more than 5 times.
Yeah.
Is that counted talking stage already? Is that within the realm of you being AA?
Yeah, I say actually, yeah, I should be A already by then.
Okay. But before that,
No,
you'd
because-
be willing to spend.
Okay, like I said, the first 2 times I was
Ladies, get him.
no the first okay yo I don't have that back, but the first few times I would see, you know, like you could see if someone is independent by themselves. Okay, yeah, okay, oh my god, this is the perfect way of saying it. If someone is already independent by themselves, and you know, like in the long run, they are willing to do it split or willing to do it AA, then I don't mind spending the first few times. But if you could see if they're coming after you for a certain reason or a certain motive, I'll be wary enough to
So your radar basically your gut feeling.
my gut feeling will be like, okay. I don't know if it's going to be sensitive talking to this person about finances.
But if she willing to do split with you, she'd be splitting since second date. I would say that. Think about it. If she just think,
yeah,
and also you have no basis.
Ideally, second date, obviously, I'll be like, whoa, okay, we meet on the same
So put a
ground.
ring on her already.
Yeah,
Wow, that's great.
No, not as far as the ring on her. But if it's someone that is like, I really like and like have interest in, and like we could have great conversations during a meal. The second meal, okay, I was like, okay, great conversation, I don't mind paying, that's fine. But if the person's like, oh, let's come out and like, okay, you paid, like it's very obvious like, oh, you can pay something, so you pay. Then I'll be very,
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, I get it. It's
but
like
the
you
third
vibe
time
with
is-
her.
yeah,
If
but-
you- the vibe is good. Like you guys are
on the same level, like,
having talking
no,
points.
basically, I feel like we could discuss like, okay, like, I don't mind. Like, okay, first of all, the initiative part from my partner is one thing, you know. Definitely, once I see that, I'll be like, okay. But I feel like if I don't mind, like, okay, I don't mind spending on you. I don't mind spending on you. That's fine with me. But as long as if I do see a motive to it, or I see like, okay, what am I benefiting out of this? Then I wouldn't spend anymore.
Yeah, basically,
Be it the
no
first, second day, or
benefit
yeah,
to you.
don't benefit on me.
Like benefits as in like vibe. Like she talks good and reciprocation and whatever. Like or maybe she brings little gifts for you. You're okay with that.
Yeah, okay.
But if she just want to go to eat, like just eat and not a lot of verbal like communication, nothing to show her
whatever it
appreciation.
is,
Then
during the meal, if I don't see a long run that we could come to terms that, you know, finances are supposed to be AA or like basically split equally, or
so you've been talking about finances second date.
not just no lah. That's why I said not just about finances, but like in the long run, you can see, okay, this person is able to come to terms with you don't have to pay for everything, and like I'll be fine with that.
But how do you get it? How do you ask her explicitly or do you get a feeling from her?
No, that's why. Okay, the first one, obviously, you as a guy, you want to get her, you definitely pay.
you
Okay.
Okay. That's
That's definitely because. But if your first meal you have to be splitting, then that's something wrong with you. So first meal, okay. Second meal, when like, you go on a second date, I'm like, okay, good vibes. I feel like I want to be chasing you. I don't mind paying.
Okay.
Third meal, okay, I still don't mind paying. But then after that, okay, like we're talking, we have. By the third meal, obviously, you know, like where could this go? Definitely. The second one is still like, a bit like doubty, you know.
Okay.
The third meal, you know, definitely where could this go? If you still continue spending on her, then that's your problem already because you're blinded. That's why third meal is like the max for me. By that time, as your part, like someone from the other side of you, like being spent on for 3 days, you should have the initiative and you should have like, you know what? hey, let me pay for this meal, or like let me like do this for you or do something for you, then I could see, okay, maybe in the long run, you could agree with me that dates or like trips or wherever we go, despite whoever's earning is more or less, it should still be split equally.
Okay.
Because
now, I want to say 50. I want to say 50 on that. 50 like.
okay, but look, again, my main point is, once you're talking to them or in a relationship with them, I just know a lot of people out there, they think like, oh, the person earning more should be paying for everything, or like, oh, since he loved me or since she loved me and like she's earning more or whatever, should be paying for me more. I feel like no, I disagree. No matter anyone's earning, as long as they're both independent, in the long run, being able to split half for a lot of things it's still a perfect way and the best way to go about in a relationship.
Okay. I'm fully on board.
Yeah.
I fully agree. First 3 dates, pushing it, but can be
Yeah,
paid by the guy. But after that,
no, so I said,
either you ditch the girl or find continue but split.
correct.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Perhatian pada semua penumpang.